right now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. It's another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on the Bordas and Bordas hotline, 412-575-2600. You can also tweet us tonight at KD Pomp, at Gene Collier, who is fired up and ready to go for this edition of the Sports Call. We'll be talking about a lot of things. I'm going to start with congrats to the Duquesne Dukes and Keith Dambrot. They were terrific tonight against the number one team in the Atlantic 10 at home, and they beat them 77-73. They did it in a kind of a weird fashion. They gave up 54 rebounds to St. Louis, which is a much bigger team. Gene.
54 rebounds.
They also were only 6 of 29 from 3, yet somehow they won by 4. And watching the game, I can tell you the reason that it happened more than anything else is because sloppy play by St. Louis. They had multiple turnovers. Duquesne had 25 fast break points, most of them off of self-made mistakes by St. Louis. So it was just a sloppy game on their part, but nonetheless, Duquesne, big win for them at home against a team that was on top of the Atlantic 10. And anytime you do that, you build the profile of the program.
Well, sure, and as I always say, we said many times on this show, if you're going to give up 54 rebounds, you're not going to beat a good team like St. Louis, unless, St. Louis is a bad team on this night. But I too want to congratulate Keith Dambrot for taking him 4 at a time. He was not shy about saying these next 4 games are really important to Duquesne's future. And by that he means the future of the program next year and the year after. So instead of saying, well, we're playing him 1 game at a time, he said just the other day, these next 4 games are key. So good luck with that, taking him 2, 3, 4
He's looking to be on 1 game. I like it. You don't see most coaches do that, but he's looking ahead, and they're going to be tougher. Their first 4 wins were against teams who had a combined conference record of 4-17. Starting tonight, it was going to get a lot tougher, but they passed the first test, winning 77-73. And also, kudos to Jerry Schmidt, the outstanding head coach of the Duquesne football team. They were honored at halftime tonight. They won an NEC championship this season. Also tonight, the Penguins continue to be on vacation, and then they have the All-Star trip this weekend for both Chris Letang and Sidney Crosby. While that was going on, the final game, 2 games actually tonight, but the one that matters for the Penguins is the Washington Capitals, which lost last night in overtime to San Jose. They go on the road and they lose again. That's 7 in a row, 6-3 this time, to Toronto. Nazem Kadri had a hat trick, and Braden Holtby looks terrible. So that's 7 losses in a row, Gene. The last time the Capitals lost 7 in a row, you have to go back 5 years. So they are really not playing well. They're going backwards in this division. The team on top is the Islanders, coached by the man who walked out on the Capitals after they refused to give him a nice contract. All
right, so it's still a 4-point or is a 6-point difference between the Islanders and the Penguins at this point?
It's 63-58. So whatever that is, 5. Your math is better than mine. Or no, I'm better than you. You said 6, I said 5.
I thought it was 4 or 6, but you insist it's an odd number. That's the kind of insight you get on this show.
You only get it here, folks. All right, let's talk about the Steelers because they're not playing the Super Bowl. The other bowl is the Pro Bowl, and they have a lot of guys down there. 2 not there, David DeCastro and Antonio Brown, who's in Turks and Caicos, as we found out on Instagram tonight. So he chose not to go there, and it's probably a good thing he did, given what was going to happen. Today, Marquise Pouncey told Missy Matthews of Steelers.com that he believes this thing can be reconciled, and all it takes is a phone call. I respectfully disagree with Marquise Pouncey. I think it's gotten too far, and I don't think there is a chance of reconciliation. So you heard Marquise Pouncey. Gene, what do you say to him?
I say what I've said from the beginning of this. I think there is a chance. I don't think it'll happen. I think it's about a 20% chance. But, there's a way if both sides are patient and one side is really forgiving. But I don't think that's going to be the case.
So we will find out. But that big Pro Bowl, I know you're excited to watch it, Gene, comes at you on Sunday.
I never miss a Pro Bowl.
412-575-2600. That's the number to call. Get on board right now. We'll take your calls until 11 o'clock on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call 7 nights a week on Pittsburgh CW.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters.